Hey guys, good morning. It is September 11th, a infamous date in American history. President Trump will be heading over to the Pentagon this morning for a ceremony. It's closed press. Well, it's a press pool only, so I'm not attending. We might catch his motorcade out here. I also wanted to come by. Yeah, you can see some of the flags are already at half staff for Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated last night. We're going to get a picture of that. I'm told that a small shrine is being put up in front of the White House by passerbys. So we're going to see if that's still there and try to get a photo of that. And then we'll get started with our day. All right, let's make our way down and see if we can get in front of the White House yet, or if they've closed it off for the motorcade. Okay, guys, we're going to do this again, walking over. We have an update. The president is leaving from the north lawn of the White House, and that means I'll be able to see him as he gets in the motorcade, if I have my bigger lens, which I had to keep in the back of my car now. So we grabbed this one. It's only a 400, but it should be sufficient to get a good view of him coming out of the front lawn, getting into the car. The First Lady will be with him, maybe Barron too. We're going to go try to get this photo, but got to kind of hurry now. All right, we're inside. We're next to the motorcade. Actually, I think these are the dog cars that are normally stationed up there. That's the press vans over there. The press is not loaded. The press is out here getting ready to get on the cars. The other press is here to take pictures of him when he comes out, like me. And you can see all the motorcade vehicles up there. Let's get set up. All right, there's the press pool there. It's the White House photographers going in. These guys travel with him. So in that group, I saw at least 3 Pulitzer Prize winners. Yeah, those are the big boys. All right, we're gonna go and switch lenses and come back out. Okay, the pool has loaded into the vans. It's simply a matter of time before he comes out. I got a call to come back, so we're rushing back, and we'll see if we can see him. So this is what I see through my big lens. That agent's in my way, and then this other agent's perfectly in the way to block the view of him. They should get in the vehicles before Trump, but you never know. Alright, let's just wait here. The press pool has a cameraman on top of one of the vehicles. That's the backup. Those are 2 press vans there with the roof. And then the Hammer team, the hazmat mitigation team, emergency team. And staff vehicles and Secret Service vehicles, and then POTUS's vehicles up there. Of the motorcade route, looking for threats on the rooftops of the major buildings downtown, and checking out the National Mall. We should get him come right over here in a second. There he is. Alright, back to the North Portico. And nothing's happening. I think they're coming down this road, yeah. So the motorcade is coming down West Executive. So we have the First Lady. Down. There she is. press fans. The guys got off the roof. I don't know why we have this fence. Okay, we have a departure. We don't know if he's coming back to this side. If he does, it'd be a good photo, but I think he's going to come to the south side. We're really not sure why he went off from the north this morning. But we'll monitor that. We'll come back here if we have to. Pennsylvania Avenue is closed. I can't show you the shrine, but we'll get out there later. Okay, guys, we're back down at the White House after running a couple errands this morning. We got a report that they might be trying to take the tent down again. Don't know if it's true, but we're going to go take a look. Lots of little kids walking by. We're going to have to blur out their faces. YouTube doesn't like us to show kids that much. That's fine by me. Anyway, let's make our way back over to the White House. As I mentioned yesterday, they were setting up a Charlie Kirk memorial out in front of the White House, but when I came out earlier today, I did not see it. I couldn't go down on Pennsylvania Avenue to photograph. It looks like the tourists are back on Pennsylvania Avenue, so let's go down there and see if people are leaving memorials like they were last night. Okay, we're back on Pennsylvania Avenue. The protest umbrella / tent is still there. Let's see if anybody's putting anything up here on the wall. It doesn't look like it. There were apparently some mementos left last night, but I guess they clear them out pretty regularly. We'll go down and see if anything happens. Trump is back in the Oval Office. The Marine is on station. And the protesters are still here. I don't know if they're going to tear them away or what. There's a big crowd around them. Maybe just tourists taking pictures. But no mementos being left. Motorcade sounds like. Yeah. More little kids. Yeah, it's pretty clean out here, guys. Flag is at half staff. Yeah, you see. Right there, the big flag, and then the flag on top. There's a guy with a MAGA hat being interviewed. So I think it's a MAGA hat. Nadine's out here. So they removed the two signs.
My sign that said today,
Peace vigil.
Today the 10th. What's next? Well, what's the board's next?
They're gone. So there were two large signs, and those have now been removed. Now it's just a collection of stuff. Most of the time, the guy in the wheelchair is back. He's very upset that they have taken his signs down. So the sign had the First Amendment on it, and they tore it down and put it in a truck.
He died defending people having guns.
He was a racist scumbag. He was a racist scumbag.
So we snagged a ticket to the World Bank cafeteria for lunch today. It's pretty good. Not too expensive. We're eating healthy today, but not that healthy. So many bikes to choose from. We always pick one that's got the most mileage because we figure the battery is the most powerful. 11 miles, 4 miles, 20, 13, 13, 28, 24, 33. We got a winner, 33. Let me just tap it. Yep. Come to Butthead. Unlock. Hey. Away we go, guys. We are on a bike. And it's just a much more pleasant way to travel today. The weather is nice. We're going to head down... Shoot. With all the construction, we can't really go down Pennsylvania Avenue anymore. Not for like the next couple of years. It's kind of annoying. I think they would at least leave a bike lane open so pedestrians and bicycles could get past. But no. Such is life. All right, we'll cut through the park and make our way around. We'll go down to the National Mall, see if we find some National Guard guys or something, take some pictures of the red light, change to green, change to green, change to green, change to green. Close enough. Pedestrian lights green. Not much going on. Anyone left a marker out here? We're on the lookout for Charlie Kirk memorials today after they had some of yesterday, but Secret Service guy told me they're not really fans of people leaving stuff here. Could trigger a suspicious package alarm. Actually, we had one of those yesterday too. Ted's back up. Yeah, pretty much the same as what it was earlier. Let's head out. No sign of anything. Got a lot of TV crews out here doing their hits. Oh, a lot of rats in that bush there. This guy's kind of crazy. He's screaming over here all the time. Let's ride through these live TV shots. Trombone Man. Oh wow, the fence is closed all the way over here now. I think. Come out, by the crazy guy.
Why are they so quiet? They never report about anti-merging activists.
All right, had to go around. A little bit crazy. So in that house right there, that's where that used to be the British legation, the British kind of embassy, and that's where the border between the U.S. and Canada was decided. Yeah, they signed, they worked it out there. That's Dolly Madison's house. That was the first headquarters of NASA. And down here is the alley where the president can escape from the White House through a series of tunnels back to a vault that'll get him out of the White House, should Pennsylvania Avenue be covered with whatever. And those horns are not for me. It's for an idiot who's driving down the middle of the road at like 2 miles an hour. All right, let's go through this. All right. Down here by the trucks that do nothing. Trucks that do nothing are the incident vehicles if there's a command vehicle. So whenever they're not doing something, it means nothing is going on, which is good. Now they got a bunch of new little trucks that do nothing, these black ones. They've got the Starlink antennas on them and a whole bunch of cool gadgets inside. But now we have like the trucks that do nothing. They basically had babies. Now there's a lot of little trucks that do nothing. All right, let's cross over here. Alrighty, as you can see, all the flags have been lowered in honor of Charlie Kirk. That is citywide, pretty much all federal buildings. I don't know if the city ordered it, like schools and stuff, but I think the city generally follows the federal government's lead on these sort of things. And then private companies, they have the choice. Same with embassies. They choose to follow it or not to. Sorry to get around those tourists. Look how bent those bars are. What ran into that? I don't see any National Guard today. I'm not sure where they're at. More tourists. Okay, we got around then. There's a hole. Oh, we're digging there. And we're up. And it's not National Guard guys, it's a guy in camouflage. It's a fashion thing. All right, there's your Lincoln Memorial, World War II Memorial, reflecting pool. All pretty chill over here. Oh, they got all those mobile homes. Remember that mobile home we saw last week racing through Chinatown under police escort? Well, it's down here on the National Mall. Now we can go swing over by that. We haven't been over there. There are some National Guard guys walking around. They just did there was a little expose story in the Washington Post the other day how a lot of the Guard are not happy, like senior Guard officials not happy how the Guard's being used and worry that it's hurting their reputation because they basically get literally screamed at most days. They can, like, someone comes up and says, "Oh, thank you for being here, thank you for making the city safe, thank you for your service," and the next person comes up and screams, "You're a bunch of fascist bastards, da 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 da." So the Guard guys are going through a lot of emotions. Okay, let's cut up on the mall itself. We got a couple guard guys, a lot of tourists. We'll get around them all. There's a few more down here. And a golf cart. Boy, all the bike racks are pretty full right now. So in the evening, the bike racks are empty because people take the bikes and ride them back to their neighborhoods. But in the morning, they're kind of full because everybody comes down, rides the bike, and ditches it. There's like 5 mercenary sign trucks over there, all with the same sign. I don't know which way they're going. Are they turning? Yeah, they are turning. We can intercept them over here so I can show you what it says. These trucks will say anything for $1. You can contract out these guys, and they drive around the city with protest messages or messages of support or just whatever. They're mercenary sign trucks. I suspect, I don't know what I've seen lately, it might be about masks. Let's see.
Yeah, and they have screen.
Ravis. Yeah, it's an yeah, it's telling the National Guard to go home. Our guard is needed to keep our homes safe, not to militarize our city, stop patrolling the parks, or help our country in crisis, not this. Don't police our citizens. Yeah, so it's anti-National Guard trucks today. Not sure who pays for that. It said notthemission.org or something. I'll have to check out and see who's funding that. Oh, well, look at that. The Trump picture is back. Yeah, remember yesterday we were here and the Trump picture was gone? Well, it's back and hanging over the Department of Labor once again. Maybe they had to clean it up or something. But they had pulled it up yesterday and they left the Teddy Roosevelt one, but the Trump one was gone. There's a view of it, along with all the little flags they put up for Labor Day but haven't taken down yet. Okay, we are now back on Pennsylvania Avenue, making our way to the White House. This is 4th Street. White House is 16th, so 12 more blocks will be there. That's the park I hung out in yesterday, waiting for the sandwich guy who snuck out. That's the Canadian Embassy right there. We've got a green light, let's take it. This building over here used to be the press museum, the media museum of the free speech, basically. Now it's Johns Hopkins University. It's their Washington, D.C. campus. A lot of universities have a Washington, D.C. campus for their kids studying government or journalism or law. They'll come to D.C. for a semester. That's what Barron Trump is doing. He's at NYU's Washington, D.C. campus, which is downtown. So over here is Freedom Plaza. This is where a lot of the protests start or end. And on the left is the D.C. City Council. Oh, look, the D.C. flags are at half staff as well. Told you that the D.C. usually follows the feds on these sort of things. So the D.C. government has also lowered their flags for Charlie Kirk's shooting. Let's cut up to the right. All right, we're at the corner of 15th and 8th Street. And right over there is Joe's Seafood and Prime Rib and Stone Crab. That is where President Trump had dinner the other night. He came all the way over here. It's about a block from the White House, give or take. The motorcade did have to go a bit around. But this is where he had dinner. I'm told it's very good. It's also very expensive. That's why I don't eat there. But just so you guys know, that's the restaurant. And right down here is Lafayette Square and the White House. So yeah, he didn't travel all that far to go to a restaurant. But he did go out, and I think that's the first time he's eaten at a private DC restaurant that was not owned by his companies or anything like that, but owned by someone else. Okay, talked to another TV crew. They have not found any Charlie Kirk memorials either. We had some yesterday, but in the Secret Service, they took them away. This guy's flying. Tent is still here.
Two-time DC violent crime victim. That's bullshit. Because if he was, you wouldn't still be looking that pretty if it was all that.
All right, now we're down in Southwest DC. Looks like the fire department is clearing out their, just cleaning the fire station, so they rolled all their trucks out. And here you can see foam unit 2. This is the foam unit that'll be at the White House later today, along with foam unit 1, which is back in there somewhere. Oh yeah, they're doing some sort of inspection. There's the new TAU unit, Twinned Agent Unit. Now these guys got a workout yesterday. They were on the transformer fire at the Pepco station. That's TAU1. There's TAU2 is downtown. And these respond to all sorts of fires that have weird chemicals and hazmat type things. Now you might notice in the back of the TAU there's the presidential seal. All the fire trucks that have White House responsibilities have that seal on it. So that one does, along with a few others. Okay guys, there's been an incident at, there's a threat at the Democratic National Committee headquarters. Capitol Police responding. I'm responding. I was just down on Capitol Hill and I swung back over here because it was kind of boring. Now I got to get back there in a hurry. Let's pray the traffic gods are with us, and if not, let's pray the cameras are not working. All right, we're gonna cut into a tunnel, zip under the mall onto a freeway. This should let us out right at the DNC, but I think the cops will probably have blocked some of the roads, but it's going to get us there closer and faster than any other way. Unless I had a bike. Okay, we see police lights up ahead. The DNC is just down before those towers there. Not sure what this incident is. I'm going to have to find a place to park. And you can see the police cars down there on the left. Red lights. Huge police response. Don't know what. These look like bomb dogs. Icicles everywhere. Alright, so that's the DNC, guys, and it's just a non-credible bomb threat. One of those ones somebody decided to make a phone call, caused a bunch of chaos, bunch of panic, but in the end, it's considered non-credible. In the meantime, FBI, ATF, and police are chasing some dude up in Northeast DC. Let's go find that one. Let's go see what's going on up there, because that sounds crazy. Hey guys, while this is ongoing down here, DC police, FBI, and the ATF have a chase ongoing in Northeast DC. Let's go check that out. Zip through the tunnel again. We're going to head up to Dunbar High School, which is just up ahead down this road. Let's see if we can get through these cars. Yeah, we can. And we've got 2 helicopters circling, apparently, supposedly. He's on a low-level search around Dunbar High School. Let's see if we can find all the ground units. There should be somewhere around here. Maybe we found them. There's a bunch of cops down here at this block, behind this truck. What do we got here? Are these all this park police? It's like a park police chase. Got a bit crazy. Someone brought their shields out. Armed carjacking. Yeah, that white car that was back there, it got carjacked. They got 3 bad guys, 2 of them arrested, 1's in the wind. They recovered the weapons. I guess they were still in the car. That's why the helicopter was searching. Anyway, we got about an hour before Trump leaves. We got to get back to the White House. That's actually where we were earlier, but now we're going again. Yep, we're back. Let's grab our ladder, which I buried back here somewhere the other day. We got to file the photos from the carjacking. We got to file the photos from the DNC. My ladders are in the back now. I actually kind of cleaned this up the other day. That's why I'm able to get in here somewhat. Cool people. Hey.
Cool people on the back.
Cool people on the back of the bus. Oh, you dropped a phone. I got it. No, oh, this is gonna be a zoo. This is why I bring a big ladder. Serpentine. Yeah, there is. Oh, good Lord. I think they, oops, sorry. I think they would have lowered the fence for us. Oops, sorry. Woo, king of the mountain.
What's up, man?
How you doing, bud? They're already digging up part of the south lawn again. And they've got all these things in the Kennedy Rose Garden. Kennedy Garden. That's the Kennedy Garden, not the Rose Garden. Doing something over there as well. Doctors. Yeah, he's coming to us. He just took questions on Poland, many questions on Charlie. He's taking questions on the drones in Poland, Charlie Kirk, many questions on Charlie Kirk, and something about hostages.
That's fine. That's great.
I'll say something about Brazil by any chance.
Not that I can. Our money's worth today. He said a lot. Mostly about Charlie Kirk.
Oh, no. We're all going to work together.
Wave it to the construction workers. And the football. the Besson, Treasury Secretary. Okay. And heading back past the mirrors. Wow, look at those clouds. The clouds are pretty. Look at those clouds. Oh well. That's the oval right over there, and we're cutting through the rose garden, and here are the roses. Still here. Whatever these are. Not roses. And now we're stuck. There's the gold leaf above the door. Okay, so there's about a half dozen January 6 people out here in memory of Charlie Kirk, waving flags and whatnot. I don't know what else they're gonna do. If they're gonna have like a press conference or anything. But we come out of the White House, clouds are really pretty neat looking, aren't they? Anyway, control signs out here today. And we have some anti-Charlie Kirk signs out here today. And then we have the January 6ers out here today. I'm not sure what they're here for. They're having another protest, but I think Charlie Kirk's situation kind of overruled. Two flags flying. Okay, guys, what a crazy day. What a crazy day. And it actually continued on this evening. There was reports of an active shooter at the U.S. Naval Academy. I was actually approached to run out there, but it's like an hour away and I wouldn't have made it. And then it turned out that it was a mistaken identity and they thought there was an active shooter, and a midshipman attacked a policeman who he thought was the shooter. The policeman shot the midshipman or something. Absolute chaos, just chaos. World needs to take a time out, don't you think? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Got a whole bunch of pictures today. Take a look. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully it's not as insane. Might be, though.